Good morning, good morning, good morning, folks. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. It's time to get up and get in the Word. This morning, this live broadcast is called The Q, and it's pretty simple. I'm Steve Leavitt. I have a quiet time in my Bible every morning. I study my Bible every morning, and I share it live with you guys. It's pretty simple. Not too complicated. So there's Miss Sarah. Good morning, Miss Sarah. Sarah doing me a solid. Hopefully get some meat on the table. Thank you, Sarah. Pamela, good morning. Jamie, good to see you. Stephanie, good morning. Q Crew, that's right. If you're watching this, you are part of the Q Crew. And we're studying Ruth chapter 3 today. It's a foot thing. It's a total foot thing. So we're going to check it out. You guys will enjoy today, I'm sure. Ruth chapter 3. Hi, Linda. Good morning. Sarah, is there not a little more hawking up Texas drainage? Sarah, you're one of a kind, Sarah. Just say it like it is. Why don't you? But you're right. I don't know. For me, it's the coast. There's something I'm allergic to at the coast. Every time I go to the coast, I come back sneezing and stopped up. You know, you'd think the salt there would clean you out and make you feel better. I do this every time I go to the coast, and I was at the coast yesterday. Good morning, Tony, Jennifer, Sue, Janie, Jennifer Hendricks. Good morning, Tony, Bonnie, Mary. Good morning, good morning, good morning, you guys. I owe you a flock. I know you got me, and I appreciate it. So, Tony read ahead. Tony is so good, but it's a foot thing. So it's going to be fun today. Hey, Shelly. Good morning. And Cheryl. Good to see you guys. Let's get in. Ruth chapter 3. To summarize the story so far, let me just run through it in case any of you are just now joining in. All right. So this godly family from Israel, Jews, left because of famine. Instead of trusting God with protection, they left and went to Moab, this God-forsaken land. Husband, wife, 2 sons go to Moab. While they're in Moab, the 2 sons marry Moabite women. No, bad idea. Against the law of the Jews. Shouldn't have done it, but they married. So now you got mom, dad, 2 boys, and their new wife, Moabite women. Dad and sons both all die. So now mom, Naomi, daughter-in-law, Ruth, other daughter-in-law, Orpah, are all destitute in Moab. Naomi is grieving. She's lost her husband and her sons and says, "Oh, woe is me, Mara. I am bitter. God has forsaken me," which God doesn't do, right? You girls go back home, worship your own gods. I'll go back to Israel. Orpah says, "Okay, I'm out. See ya." She gone. Ruth says, "You're my mother-in-law. I want to protect and take care of you. I want to provide for you. I want to do what I can. Your God is my God. I will be with you wherever you go." So she follows Naomi back to the land of Israel, Bethlehem. Then Ruth has to eat. She's a homeless, destitute woman. She has to have food. She goes out into the fields to glean the fields. The field owner, Boaz, is there and takes notice of her, and this is and protects her and loves on her. And this is where the story picks up in chapter 3. How about that for a summary? Morning, Mandy. Hi, Jennifer Schultz. Glad you're here. This is where we pick up in chapter 3. All right, we're good. Chapter 3, Ruth, the book of Ruth, chapter 3. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said to her, to Ruth, Naomi's talking to Ruth. This is mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, sitting talking about their future. Ruth brought home a whole bunch of grain. It looks like they're going to be secure in their future. They're going to have food. They're going to have protection. So Naomi starts thinking about, hey, what does our future look like? What are we going to do? How's this going to work out? And she says to Ruth, my daughter, shall I not seek security for you, that it may be well with you? That word security there, you may have a different word. That means marriage. Can I go out and find you a husband? Isn't this just like a mother-in-law or the next generation up, the grandmas, whatever? They're trying to get them married off. She wants to get her security. Am I not right that every girl's dream is to grow up and have a man give her provision and protection? That's what she wants. That's what Ruth most desires, is security. Secure. What is it? What all things does she need security in? What is a woman? Now, I'm going to ask two questions. What does a woman today seek security in? But more importantly, knowing what you know about this text, what did she need security from? Security is the guy with the gun standing outside the Walmart entrance who has security written on his shirt. He's security, right? The bouncer at the bar has security written on his shirt. The guy in the airport, TEA agent, whatever, the TSA agent, security. What is it they're being secure about? What security are they providing? Back in this time, in Ruth's time, well, we've already seen that there's risk that the other men in the fields will rape her. Her security is, will she have a house to live in, a shelter? Will she have food to eat or die of starvation? Security, right? Will she have someone to carry on the next generation, a father to her children? Security. You got love, protection, emotional support, right? All right. Emotional support, love, protection, safe, trusted, love, contentment. Security is being loved and cared for. She needed physical, emotional, and food. So you ladies are all going down the road of a man to love you. I love how women think. I love to get in the minds of women. I didn't mention any of that, really. The emotional part, the relational part, right? You guys are all talking about we'll be praying. We'll definitely. Yeah. Sarah, you're funny. We'll keep it a fast relationship. Partner for life. Yes. It's funny how you guys are all going straight to that issue of the relational side. I think at this time, they were probably more concerned, I believe, about the physical food, shelter, protection. But I don't think a woman ever gives up her heart. She wants a relationship. She wants a man to care for her, to protect her, to love her, cherish her. What about today? What do women today want? I believe that subconsciously most women get married, or they grow up dreaming of being married. And what are they dreaming about in that man? Ladies, share your heart here. as you're growing up and you're, junior high and high school, and you start thinking about being married someday, and because we don't worry about, am I going to have food to eat much here? We don't worry about, will I have a house to live in, or will I die from starvation and cold? We don't worry about that like they did back then. What are the things that high school girls dream about whenever they dream about wanting to be married someday? A man to choose you daily, that you have value and worth enough, right, Bonnie? That you have value and worth enough for a man to choose you every day. I love the way you put that. A man who cares about her dreams and hopes, yes. Stability, yes. That high school girl is hoping to have a stable rock to hang on to. Sarah says, same as Ruth, to be cherished. Absolutely, Shelley. To be cherished is every girl's dream, which tells you, when you're cherished, it tells you that you are important and valuable and pretty and lovely. I love the word lovely, and it seems like that's right. Cherished and lovely. That I find you attractive and pretty and lovely. You want to be someone to comfort you when you're scared? That's good, Shelley. A man who truly listens and understands you. I wanted a man who desired me. Yeah. Who would not only tell me how important I was, but showed me as well. That's good. High school and women are two very different perspectives of what they want. Yeah, Chloe, what do you want now? Yeah, then fill us in, Chloe. What about in womanhood? What do you want from that guy? Family and him being the foundation with lots of love. That's good, Jennifer. I was just thinking that. A man who will put God first and lead me. Nice. Ruben says, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We don't worry about the basics, but most of the world does. We could go into that deep, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's interesting. He puts intimacy on the same level as food and shelter, right? He puts connectedness, relationship on the same level of hierarchy of needs as food and shelter. Very important and interesting. That she is tender and must be handled with care like a beautiful jewel. Yes. This girl wants reassurance. She's beautiful because being a teenage girl, a woman wants someone to take care of her and her family. Godly man and leadership women. Starting quarterback. Kevin. A high school girl just wants the starting quarterback. That's actually very true. But when she dreams about her life and her future, what is she thinking there? Man who cherishes. All right, we got to keep going here. Cherish means also we love taking care of you, to understood, take care about everything. Acceptance. The big man on campus, Boaz, King Solomon. Yeah. BMOC. She wants the BMOC for sure. All right. Just FYI, as I've counseled this for years and years and years, I believe that women ultimately need stability. They want a stable person in their emotional whirlwind. They want a stable person to hold on to. Amen. Marty just gave an amen. Come tell us, Marty. Mm-hmm. She's out. She's scheming how we're going to go down and cut another tree down and burn it this morning. I've got clients all day, so she's going to steal me for an hour or two to go chainsaw. Chloe says, manly man, still has the old values of being a provider, able to fix things, best friend, respectable. Intelligible. I don't know what that is. Someone that I could be in business and personal life with, protector, completely trustworthy. Trustworthy Trustworthy, Chloe. Yes, he needs to be trustworthy. Love and respect, Reuben. Yeah. Great section on there. A man who brings home the meat, hunting and fishing and outdoors, confident and stable. Unfortunately, women can do most of the things a man can do these days. It's not the same as having partner together. Chloe, interesting comment you just made. A woman can do most things and most things better, but she typically doesn't want to. If she's healthy, I think, if she's hasn't been damaged, she can do them. But if she's healthy, she doesn't want to. She wants a man to open. Marty's fully capable of opening the door for herself. So why do I do it? I don't do it because she needs me to. I do it because she needs me to, right? She wants me to cherish her, put her on the inside of me as I walk down the street. A woman wants me to be stable and trustworthy. She wants to know that I am going to wake up every day, choose her, be a blessing to her, honor her, and make her feel valuable and important. There's a role that a man plays in a woman's life, not because she needs help financially or anything else. Women can take care of themselves, you're right. But there's things inside that a woman needs from a man. Now, if a woman's been damaged enough, she'll just decide she doesn't need those things and put them aside. Chloe, you're gonna have to help me out with that word. I don't know what that word is. Integrable, integrity. Is that what you're trying? I don't know what that word intelligible is. We all got it, I think. Yeah, the Q women. Sue's always ready to tell me I've said enough. I need to move on. She says we got it. Okay. She's telling me to move on. I'm talking too much. Correct. I don't think I'm going to boss myself. You think that's funny, don't you, Marty? Marty's laughing because I way over talk about stuff too much instead of just moving on. Yeah. Faithful. You want a faithful man, a man who will be faithful to you, that you're important enough for him to be faithful to you. My husband opens the door for me all the time. Love that, Timothy Wells. I want a man to be a gentleman. Very much so. Yes. Spell check, not working. All right. Well, I think Ruth knows that Boaz is all those things. We hadn't gotten very far yet. Let's keep going here. How far have I gotten? Not far at all. She says, I will not seek security for you. Will I not seek security for you? Can I go find you a husband? She says. So here we go. Verse 2. Wow, we got through one verse so far this morning. Verse 2. And now Naomi says to Ruth, and now is it not Boaz, our kinsman, with whose maids you were? Behold, he winnows barley at the threshing floor tonight. She says, what about Boaz? What about Boaz? Hey, can I go find you a husband? Okay. Well, what about Boaz? He's going to be at the threshing floor tonight. Let's make a plan. Here's a plan. By the way, hang on with me here. I get in trouble for this one. Nearly got fired from a job over this one time. I got excommunicated from speaking to a certain group at one time about this. I got told to not say this anymore in speaking to certain college groups one time. But we're fixing to watch Ruth go pursue Boaz. This idea that women, good Christian women, are supposed to sit by the phone until the man calls them, I don't buy. Ladies, you put your available sign up and you go have coffee wherever he's having coffee. Show up. Let him know. Bat your eyes. Let him know you're interested. If you're a single woman watching this, show up. Right? Take a step of faith. I emphasize step, by the way. Because there's a foot thing going to go on here. They devised a plan for Ruth to go get Boaz, not waiting for Boaz to come get her. She's going to get Boaz. And I like that. And I think women should be more interested or willing, even with your daughters. Some guy you're interested in, show up, go bat your eyes, be present, let him know you're interested, right? Men, step up, open your ears, listen, pay attention, and recognize she might be interested and pursue her back, which is what happens. Verse 3. Naomi says, take a bath. First thing we're going to do is you need to take a bath. You're funky. You need to take a bath. Wash yourself, therefore, and anoint yourself. Put on some perfume. Get some smelly good on. Get on your best clothes. Dress up. Do your hair. Go get a hair did. And go down to the threshing floor. But do not make yourself known to the man until he has finished eating and drinking. I don't think this is a wait till he gets drunk statement. I think it is until he's not worried about the business at hand, and his belly's full. He's had a glass of wine and he's resting. He's settled. All these other issues in him have gotten taken care of, and he's settled down. He says, don't make yourself known to him until he's finished eating and drinking. Verse 4, and it shall be when he lies down that you will notice the place where he lies. Remember, it gets dark. All the lights go out, and people would just sleep around the place where they're working. They'd be asleep at different places around. And she tells her, check out. Okay, he's over in that corner, because the lights are going out and it's going to be dark. And you need to know the right dude that you're going to go approach in the dark. And it shall be whenever he lies down, you'll notice the place where he lies, and you shall go over and uncover his feet. Go over to where he is when he's going to sleep, or he may be asleep, and uncover his feet and lie down, and he will tell you what you shall do. You go find him, get yourself all prettied up, go find him, uncover his feet, and go lay at his feet. I think this has to do with not putting your body against his body, not presenting yourself like a prostitute. It's a sign of humility. Under someone's foot is a sign of humility. I am submissively coming to your feet. I'm going to uncover your feet. I'm going to crawl in bed with you, Boaz. Ruth is going to crawl in bed with Boaz. Maybe it's that's how you would show love, is to keep someone's feet warm. I don't know. But she uncovers his feet, crawls in bed with him. She's aggressively pursuing him. And lie down, and he will tell you what to do next. Verse 5. And she said to her, all that you say, I will do. By the way, you and I, Boaz, Ruth, Jesus, us, our best work is done at the foot of the cross. Our best work is done at the feet of Christ. We will worship at the feet of Christ. We will be humble at the feet of Christ. We will serve at the feet of Christ. This is us. Ruth is us in submission to Christ. She's laying in submission to Boaz at his feet. I need to keep, if I get interacting with you guys on comments, we're not going to get through any. Let me get through a little bit more, and then we'll talk some more. Verse 6. So she went down to the threshing floor and did according to all that her mother-in-law had commanded her to do. When Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he was at peace. I don't think this means he was drunk. I think this means he was at peace. His belly was full. Ephesians chapter 5 says, husbands, love your wife the way you love your own body, for who would not give its body what it needs? It's saying in Ephesians 5 to love your wife as much as you love your belly. If you're hungry, men, we eat. We don't. It's why I need to lose 30 pounds, because when my tummy talks, I listen, I respond. When my wife talks, I need to listen and respond. We wait until his belly's happy and then go carry this out. I digress. Squirrel, sorry. So she went down the threshing floor, according to all his mother-in-law said. Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry. Verse 7, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of grain. That's where he went to lay down. And she came secretly and uncovered his feet and laid down. Ruth went and laid down, undid it. She uncovered his feet and she laid down. This is a foreigner. This is a nobody. And Boaz is the king. He's the top dog. He's the quarterback, right? Verse 8, and it happened in the middle of the night that the man was startled and bent forward. So he sat up because he was startled, because he felt with his feet, hey, wait a minute, that's not grain down there. That's I don't know, a booty. I don't know. That's a body. That's a warm body at my feet. And he sits up like, what in the world? And behold, a woman was lying at his feet. Every man's dream, right? He's asleep and he wakes up and there's a woman laying at his feet, crawled in bed with him. He's a dude. He reacted and he said, who are you? You know, there's people around him. Hey, who are you? He says, probably whispered, who are you? And she said, I'm Ruth, your maid. She wasn't his maid. He has not made her. She got to be with his maids. She gathered with the maids. This is a sign of humility. Hey, I'm Ruth. I'm your maid. Interesting. She says, I am Ruth, your maid. So spread your covering over your maid, for you are a close relative. What a beautiful verse right there. What a beautiful verse. I'm your maid, and your feet are uncovered, and I'm laying here uncovered, and we're all uncovered. And would you please spread your covering, take your comforter and put it over both of us. You are sleeping alone, Boaz. I crawled in bed with you, and I want your covering to cover me. She just said, will you marry me? She just proposed. She got down on one knee and showed a ring. She just proposed to him. She said, will you spread your covering over me? That's really every girl's dream. Hey, dude, will you spread your covering, your umbrella of leadership, your protection, your provision, your warmth, your compassion, your mercy? Will you spread it over me? Men, remember, this is a woman's heart. This is what women want. For us to spread our covering, not to be passive and gone and golf and hunt and never be around and never and not work and be lazy and not encourage and be kind. That's to make her naked out in the rain. If that's how you are and you're trying to find a woman, give up. No woman wants that. She wants a covering, a protection, an umbrella, a comforter to spread over the both of you, to nurture you and take care of you. Isn't that what I'm your maid. I will get under your umbrella. I'm submissive to you. I will submit to your leadership. That's biblical, by the way, ladies. That's not a cuss word. That's not a bad word. That's not an ugly word. That's a beautiful picture of the way God designed a man and a woman to be, that she will get under. I'm willing to lay at your feet and be under your blanket, your comforter. I want your protection. I want your provision. That's submission. And he says, I will be your leader. So spread your covering over your maid, for you are a close relative. By the way, she told him what he already knew. I'm a close relative of yours. And watch how he responds. We got to wrap up here. And by the way, this is how Christ does us. Whenever we lay at Christ's feet, whenever we sit at Christ's feet, whenever we submit ourselves to Christ, his blanket of covering, his protection covers us. That's where we're safe and secure. So much good stuff in here. So much good stuff. Then he said, may you be blessed of the Lord, my daughter. You have shown your last kindness to be better than the first. He says, this is awesome. I got a hot woman laying at my feet wanting to marry me. Your blessing is better than the first, but by not going after young men, whether rich or poor. He just said, Ruth, you just showed me your character. You just showed me your integrity. You just showed me who you really are. You could have gone after a young guy. Yeah, sure. You could have gone for the young guy. You know, you could have been a cougar here. Mm-mm. And now, my daughter, do not fear. I will do for you whatever you ask. For all my people in the city know, what's this? I'm going to do whatever I can for you, because everyone in the city knows what? Everyone knows you're a Proverbs 31 woman. You are a woman of excellence. You're a woman. He calls Ruth and he says, everyone knows that you're a woman of excellence. Can you imagine what she must have felt in that moment? Boaz calling me, the Moabitess, a woman of excellence. This is a match made in heaven. He's a godly man. He's a righteous man. He follows the Lord, and she's a woman of excellence. And he tells her she's a woman of excellence. We're going to end the text right there. I haven't been reading. It says, I'm your servant. Interesting. Okay. That she says, instead of maid, I'm your servant. Beautiful. I just think that this is such a beautiful passage. Tomorrow, the saga begins, because just like in a good movie, there's this drama, then it wins. Well, we're having an exciting love moment here, but there's going to be a drop. There's going to be a hiccup. There's going to be a problem. Yes, there's going to be a problem. Don't read ahead. Just wait till tomorrow. There's going to be a problem. Will God overcome the problem? Questions or comments? I haven't been reading or watching. If you want me to address anything, go ahead and ask or say it now. You're welcome, Casey, for this. This passage reminds me a little bit of the Song of Solomon. Absolutely, Sarah. I believe it's intended for us to see this relationship happen. It's more about Christ and you and I, but this is absolutely a romance, and I love it. She didn't ask for the moon. She just wants his presence. How beautiful, Pamela. Yes. Yes. Sorry to miss, but I'm trying to move. A woman of noble character. Yes. Yours says noble. Hey, Ken. Good morning, brother. She is a woman of excellence, mine says. Oh, that's what every man wants, is a woman of excellence. How do we know she's an excellence? She works hard. She's a servant. She's willing to be submissive to his authority. She doesn't speak ugly about other people. She gets along with the other maids. Mostly she's a servant. I think that's mostly what attracted him to her, is she was a servant. The same, remember, whenever Abraham sent to get Isaac a wife, go find a servant. Someone who will water your camels, right? God will overcome the problem. My God is bigger than black-eyed peas. Yeah, this is a good message. Pamela Kirkland. Pratts. I'm so glad, Pamela. Got the whole Kirkland crew with us. This will preach every day right here. Find you a woman of excellence. Find a man who will be a leader without being an authoritarian dictator leader, without being passive and no leadership at all. Find a man who will have authoritative leadership, who is kind and gentle and tender, who will love you and pursue you and cherish you. Men, if you're married, learn to do that for your wife. Ladies, help him feel like you're a woman of excellence, that you lay at his feet in submission and you desire to honor and serve him. You desire to make him feel respected and honored. Absolutely. Great message. You're welcome, Pamela. Dan, where are you moving to? Did I miss? Maybe that was somebody else. I'm not moving anywhere. Great word today, as always. Thanks, Tony. The note I have states, Naomi advises Ruth to go to Boaz, being confident of the virtue of Ruth and Boaz. Yes. Yeah, Peter, it is a beautiful note. Naomi understood these two were a match. They're a match. They fit each other. What is the explanation of steps? Feet. She laid at his feet. Steps of faith. She had to take a step of faith and go lay at his feet. It was a dad joke. Sorry, Sarah. It was just being silly. Steps and feet, and beautiful story. Thank you for explaining. Good morning, Jennifer. Ken says, thanks. Good message. Have a blessed and happy day. I think the word presence is perfect. Just knowing he is a positive and safe place in your life. Yeah, Chloe, that's good. This person that's there and available. But here's the thing. Being present isn't enough for healthy marriage. Being present in front of each other isn't enough. Marriage has to be like this. One. Just showing up isn't enough. You've got to be one and dance through life together as one. This is the dangerous part. This is the scary part. This oneness means you give in and you're vulnerable and you lay wide open and you run the risk of them harming you. This doesn't work in marriage. It's not a partnership. You can do this with anybody. Go get a roommate. 2 slugs on a leaf can do this. This is marriage, oneness. And we're watching these two start doing this. Oh, sorry, Dan, you are having another conversation. Got it. Thank you, Steve. You're welcome. All right. I love that you guys have your own side conversations while the teaching is going on. All right. We got to wrap up. We're done. 10 minutes over. All right. Tomorrow morning, drama. We're going to have a hiccup and we got to figure out how we're going to get past it. So that's tomorrow morning. Let me pray for you guys and we'll move on. Lord, thank you for loving us. Thank you that you provide a blanket of protection over us. Lord, help us to lay at your feet. Help us to submit to your will. Help us to submit to your love, that we will be vulnerable enough and trusting enough of you to trust you, to lay at your feet and let you blanket us rather than us making our own blanket, us having our own way. Help us to submit to you and your authority. Lord, and to feel safe. I pray for marriages out there that they would be safe marriages, not just safe, but Lord, that they would provide, these marriages that watch this, Lord, would pursue each other, desire each other, and Lord, would consider what the other needs and wants and be willing to do that. And that there would be great emotional connection and love. Thank you for your Bible and how wonderfully applicable it is to our life every day. For it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen. We're done. Dude, Ken, big word, Ken. Good job. Meaning that it just liquefies, right? It all homogeneous. It just all comes together. Ken says that marriage should be like this. I think that's what we're trying to say, Ken. Like it just mixes together. Coffee, just water and coffee beans just mixed together, and it's one. It's coffee, right? That's how marriage works. All right. Paul Bunyan. Yeah, I got to go cut another tree down this morning. I hate lumberjacking, by the way. I hate cutting trees. It's dangerous. I get anxious and nervous. I can do it, and I'm pretty good at it, but I don't like doing it. And I just think there's got to, you're messing with chainsaws. It's a lot of danger that can happen in tree cutting. And I'm not Paul Bunyan, so I don't always know that I should have been thinking about that. But we're going to go do it. We're going to whack that tree down. Marty just likes to do it because she likes to burn. She wants to burn another pile of wood. So that's what we're going to go do. Start another pile of wood to burn this morning. Then I'm going to be online. I got to go to work all this week. So I'll be seeing clients all this week, telehealth. By the way, big old 8-point deer right out there. We got a feeder right out there in front. There's a big old 8-point deer out there this morning. It's pretty cool looking. I'm hoping to find some pigs today too. We're going to do a little bit of pig hunting later today too. Oh, there's a prayer request. Prayers if you get a chance to that. Oh, Stephanie broke a rib. I heard the whole story, by the way, Stephanie. Bless your heart. Man. All right. Yeah, we need to be praying for Stephanie that her rib will heal. Her hip will heal. Yeah. Marty is such a pyro. She loves to burn piles of wood, which makes me nervous also, burning big piles of wood. All right. We're out. Keep on keeping on. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning for another, we're in season 3, chapter 3, season 3, episode 2 tomorrow. Little Netflix reference there, by the way. I'm trying to stay relevant here. All right. Bye, guys. Keep on keeping on.